What's up, YouTube? It's Chris here.
This is Reese.
This is Raphael.
And we're here to do a review of Bleach, chapter 502.
Go
So this
on.
chapter, so
Ah.
Raf, do you want to do the summary? And
Yeah. Bleach 502, another depressing chapter. Okay. Begins with Byakuya bleeding on the ground. The Quincy, apparently it's been confirmed now that they can use Bankai against their original user. So I think, is it Asnot? Yeah, he's basically used Zenbon Sakura against Byakuya again. Renji's pretty much peed off about that he can use it, basically saying it's a disgrace for you to use that, you have no right to use it. Rukia sensed Byakuya falling, tried to go and leave to get to him, but she was cut down. Renji was about to use Bankai, but the wrestler dude basically knocked him out, which kind of peed off Asuna.
yeah, the luchador.
Yeah, the luchador. Yeah.
No one knows. No one can remember his name.
Byakuya was basically, I think he was hit once again into a wall. It was like a critical
Nah,
hit.
this guy was hit multiple times.
It was like, yeah, he was hit once and then hit like another.
Yeah.
I got finished, man.
Yeah.
Sad.
While he was passing out or dying, because it's not really, confirmed yet, he apologizes to Ruki and Renji, and then it just goes to black. The scene switches to Buckbeard and a long-haired guy who they've confirmed that he's dead. And Kenpachi arrives with two dead Quincy's on his back, basically saying,
man.
yeah.
Go Kenpachi kicks some ass.
He basically arrives and says that, yeah, so are you the leader or not?
Go Kenpachi, man. Avenge Byakuya.
Yeah, it's been one of those chapters, I guess.
You know what?
Ended on a good
what's funny?
note,
This is how a war arc should be done. No one should be safe. Everyone should have the possibility of dying, because if that's not the case, then it's not a war. If everyone's safe, then there's no point in being a war arc. This is a true manga war arc. People are dying. Yes.
Which one are you comparing
Naruto.
it to, then? Which one are you comparing it to?
dies.
Naruto, yeah?
Naruto died.
Cool. I thought you compared it to, like, the war in One Piece.
No.
Only person that really died in that was Ace. But anyway, that we cared about. That we cared about.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I don't. You can't say okay, a lot of people died, but we don't know those characters. They're just nameless ninjas, nameless pirates, nameless shinigamis. If you have big name characters like Byakuya, you know what I mean. Like he's big in Bleach. If he dies, then oh, this is serious. This is not a game anymore. Shit's going down. If you have like little characters dying, it's not a big deal. Like, alright, cool, whatever. But my only complaint about Byakuya's death is that I think they could have send him off in a grander way. Like,
we did mention that last time.
It's too soon.
No, it's not a matter of being too soon. You can kill him off any time here, but kill him off in a bigger way, like make it more dramatic. It's kind of like the way he died wasn't, it wasn't a bigger send off for a character like this. He needed something bigger.
I know, man. Byakuya's been like a big staple since what, volume 6, 7?
Yeah, since Soul Society. No, before that.
No, before pre-Soul Society, man. He was the first actual Shinigami you actually see. Him and Renji.
Captain, you see.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. First other Shinigamis, that kind of like, wow, there's actually others, there's more of you guys. Ichigo didn't really realize there was so many.
He knew from time ago.
Well, he knew, that there's Rukia in that, but it's like, okay, these guys, who are these guys in? And that, what I mean? They're like some next level guys. He didn't realize that they'll be so powerful now.
In terms,
there'll be such like a huge gap.
I think we trying to say is that it's for the readers. It was a surprise to see that these characters are more on what they look like. There's actually other Shinigamis out there. I get
that's
what you mean, yeah.
And basically, they're not as graceful and lenient as Rukia was, where she was more friendly nature. These guys were militant, like actual, soldiers. The actual, you know what I mean, the military force of Soul Society's arrived, kind of thing.
Soldiers based on orders, not soldiers that are like, too kind. They actually follow their orders, and
basically, yeah.
Do what they gotta do.
So yeah, that's I think. Because you kind of went off on a tangent. I agree with what you said about I think if anything, he could have gone down fighting. If anything,
Exactly, a bigger fight.
No, but the thing is, he did try to
it,
go down fighting though.
he did, but it's like remember his battle with Ichigo, all the other battles
Exactly.
had like this seems like it was too easy. Yeah, I know
But
Bankai
what you forget is, man, he's going up
is
against his
strong.
own Bankai though. His own
Yeah, I
Bankai
know.
against, with
But
his
that's not the case.
Shikai.
The case is there could more could have been done to make it more dramatic. Is death. Like I've
Yeah,
seen that Death's like I know this is a completely different manga, but Death's like Jiraiya's death was so the fight was so long and like the end of it was so dramatic that you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? This is the end. Like Byakuya's death in this chapter makes it seem like is he really dead or is he not? Because you can't really tell.
Exactly.
Like I know they
well, no.
confirmed he's dead yet, but the way it happened is that okay, that was kind of quick. So is he really dead or is he gonna come back soon?
The only
Yeah,
way they can do anything is if they do like a little flashback, but there's no point in doing a flashback with
You
Byakuya
know
because you
everything,
know pretty much all of it. Yeah, you know everything
and
about him.
his story's pretty much
it,
been revealed.
yeah,
Like
his
we
story's been told already.
said last time, there's what else? His character development. If you think about it, it's kind of reached its pinnacle. Like especially with last chapter, like it kind of showed a lot more in depth about him rather than before, where he had a lot of hidden. I wouldn't say agenda, but like a lot of emotions were all pent up, and that all came out like in a
Yeah,
burst, and it did show a lot. So yeah, I kind of do agree with Reese in terms that
actually, it
I don't think there would be any need for a flashback, but I still think that the way he went down, yes, he did go down fighting, but he has so many techniques in his arsenal. I know Kido would have got absorbed, but
exactly.
I just feel like he wasn't really, you know what I
No, but
mean?
hold on,
Like,
wait. Would Kido be absorbed though?
I think it would. I'm not actually sure that.
They could probably, I don't
Has
know,
anyone
man.
actually
That's the
used
thing.
it?
Byakuya is a keto expert, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's more.
He pretty
Even
much.
even,
He's like,
even
yeah,
without Senbon Zaka, there's more we could have done. So I can understand Renji
I
not
know, but the
using
thing
keto
is
because
though,
Renji isn't good at keto, but Byakuya, he's an expert at that. So I was like, all right,
and
no, man. But the thing is though, yes, like Kido, even everything. What they're saying, like everything in Soul Society is made up of Reshi in it, which like the Quincy's are masters of absorbing. And for an enemy
mhm,
this high, yeah, who can like deal with a Bankai, yeah, the think he's thinking like they'll probably end up absorbing it. I think they're trying to hint that they'll be able to do something against it. That's why no one's
mhm.
been able to use it.
no G's what?
Do you,
That's why that's why they're showing no one use Kido in any form.
yeah,
But has that been confirmed or is that speculation?
Just a speculation, really.
speculation at this point.
I was thinking
If
about man,
anything
every
else, I
fight.
think
Like I was saying, didn't think about it, every fight that Becky's ever done. Yeah, he's used
Yeah.
Kido. Against
more or
Ichigo,
less,
he used Kido. Against Renji when he fought him, like back in the day, he used Kido to imprison him
Yeah,
and
but
finish
that
him. Against Ichigo, he used Kido. Against that
but
friggin'
okay,
the Black Espada guy whose name I can never remember because you're so
I'm here.
insignificant.
I hear what you're
Kido.
saying, yeah, but you can't assume that unless Byakuya himself or Cuba's actually hinted at in a manga that they absorb keto, hence they don't use it. Because I didn't see anything saying that. So it's hard for me to to say that okay, it's because they can absorb keto, why he doesn't use
Yeah,
it.
I know. It's just it's just difficult, yeah, because like, they're kind of like the fight patterns that these characters always do.
In a way,
Yeah, but it's like
it
maybe
could have
Kubo's just forgotten
it
about
could
it.
have
I
been
don't
in a way it
know.
could have been a cop out. In a way, he probably wanted because let's face it, yeah. There's certain characters right now in Bleach yeah, whose story arc has been wrapped up. It's been covered completely. There's no more development that
yeah,
can be done on the characters. So it makes sense these characters
Yeah,
that they can die. Byakuya is one of those characters. His story arc is completed. It's done. It's wrapped up. So if he
more
died, then you know what I mean.
yeah,
So characters like that, we can say that those characters might be going soon. And maybe if he was supposed to use Kyo, then it probably would have been a longer fight, and he probably doesn't have time for that, so he has to wrap it up a bit. And let's, you literally just overpowered Byakuya with Senbon Zakura as Bankai. That's literally what happened. He got overpowered. There's nothing he could have done. He
more or
probably didn't have
less.
time to actually cast the Kido. Because this guy was
true.
he was just smothered in like flipping razor blades, Senbon Zakura petals. There's nothing he could have done. Even Renji, you tried to
True.
go Bankai, and guess it was good that the Luchador guy came back because he would have got his Bankai stolen as well.
Exactly.
Reggie got drop kicked,
So
man.
Basically, once again,
Ah, Reggie
do you
always
know
gets
what else I
beaten
was
away, man.
curious about? You know what else I was curious about? Byakuya also has been known for his speed as
you
well,
didn't see Notion.
like for being quite fast as well. I know Quincy have their own form of Shumiko. I'm not sure if it's called Hirak. Is it
Hakuren.
Hirakion or something? Byakuya or something. No,
Yeah,
that's what you call it.
something like that. It
That's
starts
what
with
his
H.
thing is. He Hiryakin or something like. I'm not sure if that's being used, but it just seemed like that as well. Like in terms of Byakuya, I've seen how fast this guy is, especially like when he first shown up and you know what he did. So he punctured Ichigo's I think it was Soul Sleep or whatever they
Exactly,
call. You
and
know what?
Oh
Defined, yeah.
yeah,
A lot of
and he outspeeded the
that. That's what I
supposedly
mean by
fastest
him as a
Sparta.
character.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. A lot of characteristics Byakuya has seems like it's just been washed under the carpet just because, yeah, I know Bankai is the ultimate thing, Quincy's spirit. So if they take it and use it against the Shinigami, yeah, that's it. But I just feel like there's so much more Byakuya could have done before if he is dead, we will say he could have done.
See, and that
yeah.
is
That's another
exactly,
thing.
that just reinforces everything I was saying, that maybe this is Cuba's way of just wrapping up his story as quick as possible. If he was supposed to include all those elements, it would have been a longer battle. But at the end of the day, it would have been a more
The
satisfying
amount
way,
more
a more
special.
satisfying end to the character, because he threw out everything that he had. But it didn't seem like that this the way he died now, because he didn't really give everything he could have give.
Mm.
So
Exactly, man. It was just relying on his sword.
literally, like
E-
they made it seem like he's a one
Either
trick
way,
pony,
yeah.
Yeah.
and he's not.
Either way, like you said though, man. If he has died, I say good job, Kuga. Kuba Byakuya is like my third favorite male
Exactly, he has
character.
balls to do that.
But the fact of the matter is, he has balls to just take that guy out. He's basically saying this is war. 2,000 Shinigami have died. A vice captain is
That is straight
most
off the
likely
bat,
died. I
like
think Kira is
exactly.
dead. Yeah, and now the
Kira.
next and Byakuya one of the most powerful captains. Not like someone like Hitsuga Kumamaru. No, he's one of the most known, and he's a leader of his own clan, and he's just
Yeah.
gone at this point.
You know what? He's one of
So
the most
I
well
think he
balanced characters.
executed it
Yeah,
properly.
he's one of the most well balanced captains out of all of them, because he's great at, he's excellent at Shunpo. Kido, he's very adept at that, and you know what I mean. His kendo skills are on point.
And
Swordsmanship.
his
Yeah.
physical strength,
So,
physical strength is actually quite good as well, which he proved
because you know what's funny?
in
If you think about the Soul Society, yeah, Ichigo barely beat him if he did that anyway, because Byakuya was still standing. The only thing that was shattered was his arm toe, but he was still standing. He was fine after his fight with Ichigo. This
Exactly.
proves how strong
he
Byakuya is.
basically he could have died at that point. Clearly, like,
Yeah,
Byakuya could have killed him, but it was just basically he had his hollow to back him
exactly.
up. So,
Exactly, man. If Ichigo's hollow didn't pop out at that
Byakuya
point,
would have
man,
killed.
Ichigo would have been dead.
but that was the point of the arc, though, innit? That was to showcase that you know what? Yeah, you lot think Ichigo's powerful.
There's people stronger than him.
There's another level of and that was what it showcased. But it also showcased that even though he was weak as hell, he still ended up winning. You know what I mean? Like then they had the parallel in Hueco where he flopped. It was, but as I said, man, it's all character development, part of the story.
But I
Yeah.
think,
And as this
but we're forgetting one of the benefits of Byakuya dying. I think it's going to be a great thing for Ruki and Renji, because it's going to show development of characters.
yeah,
We're going to
exactly.
explore more of those
Yeah,
characters now.
that was going to be my next point.
Exactly. It's going to be motivation for them to get stronger.
Oh God, do they need
I
to get?
mean,
Well, Rukia definitely needs
Maybe
to get
Rukia
stronger, man.
might even
Renji.
unlock Bankai. You never know. This might be your,
Oh God.
she has to at this point. Come on, like nearly, you might as well say majority of the vice captains do.
I'm
This isn't enough to push her over the edge
yeah,
for new
You
training.
know what it is, man. I am just literally tired of seeing these waste characters like Rukia, Chad, all them lot. Just like they come to the battle and it's like just pointless. It's like why even bother, man? You know what I mean? You know them type of
yeah,
characters. Just why even bother coming to the
The
battlefield?
problem
They
is,
step on the
look,
battlefield, they get their ass handed to them within like what 2 panels.
do you know what the problem is though? Not Chad's not in the same category. Sorry, Chad and Rahime, they're just like, you know what, cannon fodder. Okay,
they're
right at this
support.
point, Rukia is a character that he doesn't know how to use. He really doesn't know how to use it. It's like it's one of those characters they have potential, but it's like he only makes a
Yeah,
show up when she's needed, then she disappears in like 50 arcs, 50 chapters. It's because he has no idea how to use it. At this point, like you said, Chris, give her a bunker. You
yeah.
know what I
He'll
mean?
make her relevant.
That needs to happen because
At the moment, she's out. You know what I mean? She's out.
most of her
Yeah,
battles is
she's
just
underpowered.
most of her battles she's been underpowered, and it's like she's barely like gone through. The only thing she one shotted was that 16th